almost dead.
Highlight your face.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the GD World Tournament Final Qualifiers 2026. This is the last stream before the GD World Tournament. So that there's gonna be a lot of urgency for here. Last chance to qualify. Be one of the 16 teams that get in. And we had a couple of matches earlier today, but now we're gonna end it off in just a little bit. So uh, everybody, we're gonna be obviously we're still playing Curie. So everybody go to the main menu, and we're about to go get started.
Right. I was clicked on baseline junkie instead.
I don't think Sharp Zera ever connected.
Oh?
To the mod. Yeah.
Oh. What mod?
GD World Tournament. Not featured. Also, there's a space. Are you on a past version of the game or something? No, okay. Yeah. Well, you got to get both of them. You got to click continue. There you go. And all right, so now go to the match chat. Go copy this message that is present here. And go to GD. Main menu. The button at the bottom. Oh. No, it was to the right of Geode.
What?
There's a big old GD World Tournament logo.
Oh, okay.
And press play at the bottom.
Mm.
And join. You just hit someone's profile by accident. Exit out of that. Now try again. Oh, nope. Just try and find a place where... Okay, it probably expired by now. So yeah, do this one. This code now.
Everyone or...
No.
Fuck.
All right. Now everybody go to the level and we're going to get started.
Okay.
Everybody refresh. We are now going to begin what is our 15-minute match. 3, 2, 1, go.
matter really.
All right, everybody is now
All right.
deafened, so we have begun the
I
match.
think I almost accidentally disconnected someone again.
Happens. The buttons are pretty close together, but here we are, another match in a GD World Tournament. This time I am not staying silent. I am going to commentate for the entire thing, hopefully, flawlessly.
But yeah, instead we have Great Britain,
Yeah.
Brazil, Germany, Argentina, four teams that have all appeared in previous GD World Tournament like main events, but all have to fight their way. Argentina is actually already eliminated from GD World Tournament contention. They're just kind of playing for pride at this point. Everybody else can still qualify. What?
So what's up with Explode's points?
Oh, were they playing before the match started?
Oh,
Probably.
probably yes.
You like make
Yeah,
sure that nobody else had any pre.
Yeah, this is his first attempt still. Yeah. Four of
Yeah,
these people, three of them.
Nobody had any pre-match points besides.
Yeah. Okay, so Explode and Troblocks are still on their first attempt, and they might beat it on that very first attempt. They probably are the most experienced and best players in this match time.
Interestingly, while the level we played yesterday barely crossed the 1 minute mark, this level's just short of the 2 minute mark.
Yeah, all three of these levels have like been very close to like time borders, I guess. And we get a double completion, one from Explode and one from Choplocks.
Oh, it says Choplocks has 80.
Okay,
Yeah, Choplocks has 80 more than they should, I believe.
Which is weird because on the sheet
I think Germany and Brazil.
It is showing them correctly on.
Germany and Brazil have the exact same points and individually too. Maybe like something is bugged there.
RDE.
Yes, the points for Brazil are showing for the points of Germany.
Interesting.
Germany should be EF. It should be E to H. Which does that.
And there we go. Points are fixed, everyone.
Yippee!
As we can see here, we have I'm trying to zoom in. I need to put my reading glasses on apparently. Josh is pretty far along with Choplocks, getting they're past the 60s right now, which is I mean Choplocks is at final qualifying here, possibly getting completion, and so is Josh.
Yeah, and so Explode as well. Explode and Choplocks are.
Oh, I did not see Explode there. Yeah. Josh dies, but Explode is still going. I'm trying to warm up my commentary game here. I am not.
And both of them get the double completion again.
There you go.
Who knows? Maybe this is like the first perfect score of this round, this fun qualifiers round.
Well, now you're jinxing it.
Nah.
You do wonder.
Also,
again,
Patrick, genuinely.
Yeah.
Patrick, what happens if two people have the exact same points? Like most likely, if they both get max points.
I mean, you mean two teams or two people?
No, two people.
Why two people? Then that doesn't matter.
Yeah, nothing really happens.
If two teams get the same, no, we do have a tiebreaker. It would be for most. It would be most completions. Would be the tie, and then most third qual runs, then most second qual runs, then like most first qual runs.
But what if it's like what if both of them get 100% and like it's just perfect?
Then
They
they're
just beat
both
it
the
every single
MVP, and
attempt.
then they share $5 across the two of them. Like if people get like an actual perfect score like that. But
Also, if you get more attempts by dying like early in the level, do you get more or less points? I mean, do you get like the tiebreaker?
I mean, yeah, if you score more. Oh, you're saying like if you get like a 1% run, then I guess I don't know. I mean, I'd say no, but I mean it probably should be yes, but like I don't know how I'm gonna track that because we made it so runs that are 5% or less don't track on the sheet anymore because it caused too
Yeah.
many runs to be missed.
The infamous unknown race incident.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Explode and Chopbox have both ruined that perfect score streak, so it is not happening in this match.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
And blame my fellow commentator for jinxing him.
Yeah.
But we do have
Oh,
Great
no.
Britain in first place currently, along with Germany, like half a completion behind, so it's not really that far off.
Yeah,
As we
Germany and
see
UK
here.
and Great Britain, sorry, are they're within a completion game.
Yeah, we have Great Britain and Germany both being at similar places in the level, so it's just a matter of
Oh, Lauren made it.
Argentina,
Lauren
we
made it. That's the first
have
Yeah, it's gonna be a first
Argentina.
completion for Argentina. It's on the board.
I'm saying my words.
Wait,
back.
have we seen a completion from Brazil?
We
I-
have not,
If
but
not-
Strick just got close.
Well, oh, okay, died.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
okay.
we do have Chopbox at 60 along with Explode currently also at 60. Both of them could get to the end of here or for qual for just that extra bit of
Shotbox may
points.
be
Yeah.
able to go on a potential MVP run. It's very possible.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be very hard to beat the
Well,
1,800.
Explode and Chopbox both die. Excuse me. Got possessed there for a second. Viagar is in the 80s currently.
Figar, yes. Figar. Tiagar, I don't know.
It's probably
Tiago.
Tiago. Because it's probably like Tiago, but like Tiago. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, Tiagar.
But it's gonna be
One of
towards the
them.
ending. Will this be a
94,
completion?
he might beat it.
There you go. Yep.
No!
No, 97.
97.
Oh god,
A few people died at there.
97.
Sub-Zero got a late death in the 60s.
Has anyone died at 99 today?
Don't think so.
But that attempt
Okay.
did give Argentina a slight
Brazil.
lead over Brazil.
Lead over Brazil. Yeah.
Well, you can see at currently the furthest. No one's like super far really, except for I guess Explode now. Chop Blocks. And Chop Blocks just died with that, but Explode's still going. We'll see how far Explode can get.
Maybe Explode can make the gap between Germany and Great Britain a bit wider there.
Well, I
And
mean, the thing
possibly
with
gain-
Germany is there is basically you almost certainly have to be the top team of all four of these in order to qualify. If I were to guess,
Well, we will see.
in fact, pace-wise, there's a good chance none of them catch. And the more we watch this, we actually start to wonder: will Bulgaria actually qualify for the GD World Tournament? If so,
As we
that
said,
would be.
Explode.
They
No
were literally the last team to qualify in the last round, and they like barely beat Russia. And they might actually be moving on to the GD World Tournament. If they can
Bro,
actually,
those are my Balkan brothers.
that's kind of crazy.
I really
but
hope
we'll
they
have to
make
see. Josh still going to try and see what they can put up on the board, but it's kind of remarkable then.
It's very cool. I love. Last year they made it to Euros, and this year they're gonna make it to the main event.
But we'll see.
Like group
Again,
stages
Peru
and all.
still. We still have to wait for Peru as well too.
Yeah, Peru. I mean, Czechoslovakia is already above.
And
yeah, but-
Czechoslovakia, yeah.
I really want them to make in. I don't want like another Slavic country to get like one spot below qualifying.
I mean another. Oh, because of like what happened to like your guys.
Russia.
Like, oh yeah.
I mean, Russia got like a 7th out of the 6 that qualified in open quals, and now Bulgaria would maybe be 6th out of the 5. That
Yeah,
make it.
6 out of 5. Yeah. You know, it's kind of go time if you're Great Britain. You know, if their pace holds, I still think they should feel reasonably confident in qualifying. But it also makes it hard because you don't know like how much Peru is gonna get.
Yeah, I mean Peru's best. I mean, yesterday they were good,
Yeah,
but
I think they had the highest score in the Americas, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or... You know, I kind of
Silence.
set up the qualification in a way where I just figured there'd be no way one region would be able to get 9 teams to qualify for the event. Like, I just thought that was like something that like I knew it was like technically possible, but I just kind of like figured it would never happen.
and now it happened.
And now it has a good chance of happening. It hasn't
Over-
happened yet. Because again,
Over half of this
Great
tournament-
Britain isn't
over half of
really
the
on
tournament.
pace to score that many. Like, there's also that to mention.
Wait, do you think countries like Turkey and Israel are gonna like find benefits from being in like the upcoming Europe and Middle Eastern region for the next year?
Well, I mean, there'll be more spots from the region, and I'd say, well, Tiaga's going to get a completion. That's going to cut the
Oh,
deficit
Thiago
to
did
one.
it.
That's going
Yes,
to cut the.
and
That's going to cut the
Strick gets the
deficit.
first
Strick's
complete
going to
for
get a
Brazil.
completion too for Brazil. So not over yet.
Hold on, what?
That
They
is a
was-
surprising comeback from
Wait, when did
Argentina, though.
Argentina beat Germany. Okay, Germany just overtook them.
Yeah,
but
they just overtook him, but it's really close now.
And Great
it
Britain,
actually came like a.
they still are going to have
Like
a decent
Josh
lead with
are-
Josh nearly at the end, and
The
yet
thing
explode
is, though,
halfway through the
between
level.
Vietnam's 2200 and Baltic's 2800 is like a huge gap, and it seems very likely that like or not even very likely. I mean, Britain could end up being below those, and that okay, that's a completion for Josh. That's huge. I think this would officially, if they pass Vietnam, I think this eliminates Vietnam from qualification. So I mean, last year Europe failed to send a single team to the GD World Tournament semifinals, which was a bit of a surprise. But we'll see. Explode at the ending. This could be huge. They might be piling points at the end when it matters most. This would potentially have a chance to ice their qualification, make it a lot easier. There's a completion. That puts Great Britain in third with just a minute left. I think they have a good chance of qualifying now. Looking right now, they're now well above the drop with Turkey well behind. And I actually think they could just be in. But I'll have to run more.
Chublock's dying
I'll
at
have to run more of a look
73.
there.
Dying at 73 with this big of a point gap is not really going to cut it. I mean, most teams need a double completion to overtake Britain right now, so unless they manage to magically pull that in the last attempt, then I think Great Britain has pretty much secured the first place spot in this match.
Yeah, the thing with Great Britain is if they both get completions, I think I'm gonna check, does that pull them over Baltics? It does not actually. They would need a death and then having them both get completions.
They
That's
need
a death. That is the death from Josh.
Oh, Josh died? Oh, they need a double
It's still
completion
not enough
now.
though. It's still not enough. They would
Unless
like
Explode
lose by,
dies
they would
right
lose
now.
by
I think
like
it is.
12.
Oh, it's not. It's not.
They would
Wait, we
lose
need
by
another
12.
death.
So he
Does
just had
Explode
3
die?
seconds left.
Maybe Explode
Alright,
dies?
time
No,
is
he
now
doesn't
up.
die.
No.
Yeah, that's it.
I think Chop Blocks was done,
Uh,
I believe. But I'll have to look.
Explode is done.
Explode is done. Explode is done.
Oh, wait, Chop Blocks is close.
Okay, that's it for.
I have to
that's it
actually
for the
check this.
Exploder.
Like, I have to really check this.
I think Strick died. I think Strick died. Did Strick die?
No, Chop Blocks got it. Chop Blocks is still alive.
Wait, is Strick done? I think
Strick is
done.
definitely
Okay, Josh
done.
is done.
Strick has been done. Now Josh is done.
Okay.
And Lorendi
okay.
is also done now too, so I'll take out
Lorendi
Lorendi.
is done.
And then Tiager's now done.
Chopblocks is done.
Chop blocks is done.
Chopblocks is done.
Sharp is done, I think.
It's just gonna be.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be.
So who's
It's just
left?
gonna be. You know, that.
Kutsk.
Yeah.
Puts.
Quits.
You know, in English they would say something else, and so that's why I didn't want to say it.
Oh
wait,
yeah, I see it now.
Wait. If Germany if he beats it now, Germany becomes Argentina.
Right, that's true. This Sharp Sarah run won't count.
Curse you for making me laugh.
But Sharp Sarah.
this
Oh,
is
Sharp
gonna be-
Sarah's
this is
definitely
gonna be an
himself,
important
so
completion.
we kind of forgot about that.
Oh well.
But no, they're not gonna beat it. Is it enough though?
Oh no.
It's not.
I
By,
don't
by
think it is.
50, Yeah, by 52 points.
Oof.
Yeah,
And with
that's it.
Argentina's gonna pull a little bit of a spoiler, if you want to call it that, on Germany. I don't think they would have qualified anyway, but I think that seals the deal that Germany's gonna miss
Yeah.
the GD World Tournament for the first time in their history.
Sharp Zera is just in their own universe right here. I'm happy for them.
Damn.
They're done, by the way.
Okay.
They're not.
Wait, so
So we're gonna head
Okay,
over to
Sharp-
break.
Sharp
We're gonna head
Zera
over
is
to
still
break
going.
time. No, he's not. He's been done for ages.
Yeah, it's been done for age. I undeafened them, and
He's just
they are deafened
This
themselves.
does not
so.
count.
But you know what? Congratulations, completion.
Of course, that was his first completion of the match. Yep, but it didn't count
It did not count, but
Yeah. because he deafened
Funny.
himself. So he tried to tell you that you were done, but you're not. You were done. Unfortunately, that didn't count. Regardless, these are the scores here. Great Britain has the highest score. They have 22 points. I don't think they can fall out of the tournament anymore. Actually.
Fuck.
Because they have the tiebreaker over all those teams, I think now, I actually think the field is set. It's just the placements that matter now. But if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be Baltics, Yugoslavia, Great Britain, Bulgaria, and Czechoslovakia going in. I'm pretty sure Bulgaria's in too. Because they needed like all of these teams to finish above them, and none of them did. So, they're now in the tournament as well. Honestly, incredible for Bulgaria that they managed to qualify for the GD World Tournament.
wait, are they confirmed?
Yeah, they're
Are they
in.
confirmed?
Yeah, because all the teams here scored below Bulgaria.
a round of applause for Bulgaria.
For UK, Great Britain, I think you guys are in too. So,
Okay.
congratulations.
I think it's just that. Yeah, just Czechoslovakia
Czechoslovakia.
most likely gets spot
I
one.
think they just
after
have to.
play.
I think they just have, as long as they don't score like 0, and then I think that's the case because they would give everybody. All right. Well, we're gonna go over to the break time and we'll get our last matches ready. It'll all be for placement, so we'll see who ends up finishing on top. See you after the
See
break.
you in a minute.
The girls wind up on the dance floor.
Hello everybody, welcome here to our final match before we get to the draw here. So it'll probably be a little bit of a longer break to like actually do the draw because I need to get stuff set up, so it'll probably be like a 10 or 15 minute break or something like that. So yeah, kind of hold up for that once I'm ready. But as for now, I just need to move this media down here and then move it again down here.
Hey.
And yeah, all right, everybody, go and get ready on the level. We're about to get started. All right. Oh, everybody, share your screen. Everybody, refresh the level.
Okay.
All right. Go and sync this up properly. All right, everybody.
Also, wait,
What?
I'm just confused though. What happened with like cold spaghetti? Like, why are you marked as 06?
Because it's a recording.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Oh, wait, is that why Maple was recording a session with him?
Yes, yes.
Oh, I get it now. Okay, I understand now, finally. Okay.
All right, everybody, go and get ready.
Double
We'll
Devil
be
throwing the tomatoes.
we'll be beginning our match. 3, 2, 1, go.
That was great.
I am not to
Good
be
now.
deafened.
Yep, I know. I took note of that.
I really didn't. My bad.
But yeah, we have what is one of our last matches that we'll be having here, the last of its kind for a world tournament qualifier in the consistency format. So
No. I don't know why I said no.
a lot of it's just gonna be about placement. Up here.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to say
My freaking game for
that sync you did was spectacular. You synced cold spaghetti up pretty good.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, that was just one thing I noticed. But anyway, we have GMT Slur at 70. Very synced up with Marco. Along with no one else as far other than the Czechoslovakians are in perfect sync right now. It's mesmerizing.
Yeah. And they get the double completion probably. Yes.
That was
Yep.
beautiful. That was beautiful.
Great start for for them, and they're
Still in sync.
They're still in sync.
Completely in sync.
This is so cool.
That
the
is.
the Czechoslovakian players.
Wait, they can hear spaghetti is a thing on stream. Did you
Oh.
not mute it?
What if Czechoslovakia just gets the perfect score?
We'll see.
They're still perfectly in sync.
No, it's over.
Oh, Slur died. Slur died.
Oh. Slur, bro.
No, Slur died. No. Slur. We just had that other German player the last round, and now we have a guy called GMD Slur.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had sorry, well, how did you pronounce it again? Coot? Coots?
Coots.
And now we have Slur.
Yeah, there you slur.
I was about to say a different way.
Yeah.
Again. Either way, we have Marco in the 90s.
Marco is still going, yes. Marco is still going. and he probably gets the second completion in a row. Yes, he
There you
gets,
go.
he
There's a
gets it.
completion.
I'm very happy I have a convenient mute button on my mic. We have a Gamma Devil at 50 in second.
Wait, I don't understand what
qualifying.
they were saying about the fact that Czechoslovakia can't get the 1 seed. They get the 1 seed if they win. I'm pretty darn sure. Because
Yep.
Baltics did not get. The only way that would have been the case if Baltics would be in first, then they would have had to have one of these teams beat them. But Baltics is in third right now, so if Czechoslovakia wins this outright, they get the pot 3. Which would
I
be
think they
pretty
don't
dis-
even need to get first. They can get like
They
second
get
or third
second,
and
yeah. I
still
think
get.
third they wouldn't get it because remember the Vietnam point split.
Oh, okay.
So they have to get second.
So second, so they need over 3k points.
I think I just saw Alec die at 79, I believe.
I think with the current. Oh wait, Kalo is far. His stream is going 1 frame per sometimes, but he's at the ending and he
That's
gets the
gonna be a
completion.
completion for El Calo.
1 frame per
Venezuela
sometimes
with a
my
solid score.
favorite.
Maybe it could be
no.
Venezuela trying to end it off on a high note for their season.
I love as how I love as soon as he got to the end screen, the stream was actually at the normal speed, and
Yeah.
whenever he actually has to click, it just drops.
I mean,
Slurry is at 90%.
worth mentioning right now, Marco has not died, I believe.
Yeah, at least he hasn't gotten anything. Oh wait, Slurry died at like
And I
96 or something.
called it. Marco dies at 78.
Holy jinxing, bro! We're jinxing this stream all the time.
Yeah. My apologies, Czechoslovakian supporters, including myself. As we can see here, no one's far. Other than Letratus. I think Letratus.
I think it's Latritos.
Letratus.
Latritos. So they're in the 50s, so it could be a good run for that. Kind of needs it, but the time's kind of ticking. But they did need to score like well above 3,000 to have even like an outside chance of qualifying. But it doesn't seem pretty likely that that's going to end up happening.
Kalo's stream is also PowerPoint presentation.
It's not that bad. I've seen much worse.
No, we've seen it. We've had like games where we've only seen 13 frames of gameplay.
It just gets the completion. Huge
I think
for,
it was 14.
huge for Peru, who haven't put up a lot of points to start, but now it seems like they're picking it up.
Yeah, Marco is in the 80s right now. Hopefully. I'd also like to appreciate Marco is playing with a Discord overlay and has everyone that is in call on their screen right now.
No, I think a young player for Turkey. He had some guy just.
Oh,
he does it
99!
That's our first. I think that's the first time that's
Man.
happened.
Oh, I jinxed it. I jinxed that as well. I jinxed
Marco
it a
gets
couple of minutes ago.
They're
Man,
listening to
man.
us, even though we're definitely numb.
Yes. They're following the script.
We have McChunky. Some of these people have great names. In the 90s now. Hopefully going to get some points for the career.
I remember in open quals we had an Irish guy called Organ Seller or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do
Mac
remember
Chunky
Organ
gets
Seller.
a completion. Puts Peruvian in a little bit of a better spot right now. They're close to the ending.
Calo here at 70.
But Slur gets a completion for Czechoslovakia. Even more points on the board. Done a little bit of a route so far. Czechoslovakia has a pretty good shot of potentially getting that number 1 seed. Currently they reside in 5th, but you'll notice there's a lot of teams that they're about to catch up to.
Marco in the 80s right now. With that being pretty much the only person that's far, so pretty much all eyes are on Marco currently in the 90s. Hopefully they do not die to 99, as I am now calling it and jinxing it. Never mind, they beat the level, getting another completion for Czechoslovakia.
And yeah, look at this. They're now well on pace to reach 3,000 at this point, with considering like the extra time after the clock hits 0. They are pretty in a good shot to do that. 3,050 was what Yugoslavia had. 3,021 is what Bulgaria had. They probably at least, yeah, they're going to need to get to 3,000 if they want the 1 seed. So they are on track to do that, though, it looks like, especially with GMD Slur getting farther into the level, potentially getting into the 60s.
It would be funny for Baltics to get the first, because I saw very little people actually saying they're
pick them. A lot of people didn't even pick them to qualify, which I thought was a little ridiculous. I said like I was pretty sure they could qualify. Like,
I mean, I wasn't that sure because I know Breakor is amazing and all, but I wasn't sure how well their other players would do. Like, but yeah, they definitely are a solid
right now,
squad.
1,819. Right now, Tony Ab
further.
is the MVP. So unless anybody passes this in the next 4 minutes, that will be the case. Which
wait,
it doesn't
Tony,
look like anyone's
Tony is the
MVP, but Marco has a pretty decent shot of beating it, basically.
Slur gets another completion.
Yeah, Slur beats it.
Yeah, 1072.
Wait, so Tony is like the MVP overall, like in all 3 levels, he's the MVP.
No, well, no, I'm like today.
4th.
Yeah, of today, of course, yes, I know.
They would be
Marco
the MVP,
is at the 70s
Mac
now.
Chunky is gonna get a completion.
The entire chat, or at least most of the chat, are very big Czechoslovakia supporters, so I love to see
Alex CD
some
though
support for
gets
the
a
other teams.
completion, more points for Venezuela, and at least they want to go out with a bang. You know, it's like it was a rough week that they had in Venezuela with all like the earthquakes that they dealt with. It affected their team pretty badly.
Yes, Marco beats it again.
Marco beat the level, and yeah.
Yeah, Czechoslovakia in the top 3 now.
This is getting risky. It's getting risky. Wait, I need to load this up. I think
At least they, I mean, you know, I said like they have
I think we're
effectively
gonna
clinched.
have
They had clinched. Now it's just that now they just want to see if they could chase that 1 seed. Their pot 3 placement. A huge deal. We're towards the ending here.
Screw is far. Okay, low key, maybe they have a solid chance to get first today. They have a solid chance. Okay, Slur died. He did not beat the level. Alec is pretty far in.
Yeah,
He's
pretty far
about to
into
reach
the
third
level for
qualifying.
Alex CD.
Callow is also like at second qualifying. They're the most far players right now.
Gonna be close to the 1 seed here. It's gonna come down to the end.
If Slur and Marco just lock in now, I think they get the first. Okay, Alec beat it.
Genesis, watch the game on your phone, man.
Marco died. I just noticed
At the way the current standings shape, Vietnam would be the number 6 team, like the best team that didn't make it.
Callow gets a completion there.
Really?
Which would be the second straight year that an Asia Oceania team was the first team out. Last year, Israel was the first team out. They were the best team that didn't make it. Now it would be Vietnam.
Well, that's weird, bro. Vietnam was dead last on the first day. And
Yeah.
they almost made. Okay, it's not. No, but they're still so far behind.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's like there's like a whole gap between like those. But look at this, we're getting close to a potential double completion for Peru. Didn't get it from Gabo, but we'll see.
Gabo died.
Yeah, didn't get it there. Now it's back to a three-way tie between Venezuela, Germany, and Turkey, which Vietnam has the tiebreaker for. Venezuela 1 point behind them. Actually, Venezuela has a pretty good shot of being like first team out.
And just Slur
And
beats
GMZ
the level
Slur
again.
beats the level.
Okay, this might be the last attempt soon. The timer 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's it. These are the last
Right, this
attempts.
is the last attempt for everyone.
That'll be it for Latridis.
The treatise is done.
Okay, I think Czechoslovakia got first. Yes, they get first. Like just Marco. If Marco dies, they get first definitely.
I think Marco's going to get that.
Marco gets the completion.
though. Let's go. Marco gets that completion there.
And that puts Czechoslovakia.
And that puts Czechoslovakia in first place.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay.
Both
Let's
on
go.
hot rod and in general. McChunky beats it.
go.
Beats it.
Mac Chunky ends
Slur
it on a
might
completion.
just give us a little victory lap as well.
Cold Spaghetti dies at the end.
Okay, so it's just Slur and Gabo left. And Gabo is at the third qualifying.
What did Cold Spaghetti get? Somebody, I forgot who was tracking that. Was it 88? Okay.
I was.
Okay, Peru is gonna pass.
Caribbean.
Actually?
Nicholas, yeah, I believe,
They're
right?
gonna pass
No,
Caribbean. Yeah. Oh,
Oh, wait.
okay, that's it for Gabo. That's it for Gabo level.
Oh, they barely don't
They did
pass.
not
They
pass
did not
that.
pass them. So it's just gonna
Okay,
be.
Slur.
It's just gonna be Slur.
Okay, so
They're the
Slur
last
gets,
one that's left. See if they can ice it with a even further run to
Easy,
just
buddy.
solidify Czechoslovakia's spot in pot 3. We have an all-European top
Let's
5.
go.
Karta sme prvý.
Europe showed up when everybody else did not.
Oh my god.
Venezuela managed to be number 6, by the way. So
Cool.
you were the first team. You were the first team out.
Oh my god.
So
Let's go.
the order goes. So the final order is the final order is 13th Argentina, 12th Caribbean, 11th Brazil, 10th Turkey, 9th Peru, 8th Germany, 7th Vietnam, 6th Venezuela, 5th Great Britain, 4th Bulgaria. There's actually a two-way tie. It's actually a tie for 4th, but Bulgaria has tiebreaker. 3rd Yugoslavia, 2nd Baltics, and 1st is Czechoslovakia. In
Oh my God.
In all
Let's
European
go.
top 5. I don't know what this says, because I think one thing I was mentioning that's really fascinating is that all of South America only sent one team to the G World Tournament this year. Which is a little bit of a surprise, considering in the South America Cup that we had at the start of the year, you guys looked so good. South America did. It was honestly, I was thinking North America was going to be the region that would like not send any teams like that. It might have been like, I was thinking it might have just been the US from North America. But no, it ended up being like US, Panama, and Canada getting through from North America. Just Chile from South America. And even then, Chile got 4th. They were the last team to even get the spot. There will be a record 9 European teams that qualified for the GD World Tournament.
And 5 of them are from East Europe.
And 5 of them are from East Europe. And the other, you could argue, is also East Europe. Like, another one you could argue.
Yeah.
But anyways, Now, when we come back, we're gonna do the draw. How exciting is that for all of you? We're gonna find out
I am
who
screaming.
is going to play who in the main
Oh,
GD
I'm shitting bricks,
2026 Geometry Dash World Tournament. All right, we'll see you past the break. It'll be set to 15 minutes. I don't know if we'll make that. I need to do a couple stuff to make sure everything's ready. But yeah, that will be that. We'll see you
Stick
all
around.
very soon.
I like my beats fast and my bass down low.
Inside this very box is the most secrety secret in all of secretdom. And I am its sole witness. Witness, 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 secret box. The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma. Secret box. Who said that? Who's there? Secret box. Secret box.
What's inside your secret box?
Who said that?
What's inside your secret box?
Secret box.
What's inside your secret box?
Who said that?
What's inside your secret box? Let's see.
Nah, you can look inside if you really want to.
Okay. Oh, this is one of the most exciting moments of my life. Well, here it goes.
Body. Oh no.
Hello, everybody.
no, no, no.
Welcome here to the 2026 GD World Tournament draw. Got the music off to kind of give a little more, I guess. Actually, can I like find like?
Yo, can we turn on the stage music for Discord?
Add a drum roll.
No. All right. So everybody, what we have here, you can see on this image, there are 4 pots basically. There are 16 there are 16 teams. Or actually, let me go and do a little bit of a something I do. Let me ping literally all the other supporter roles of like the teams that are like in, so like they know that this is going on. But anyways, you have 16 teams that qualified here, 11 of which qualified directly. The the other 5 just qualified now, so be interesting to see how this draw goes. You've got a lot of teams that have like successful histories. You have some teams that are in it for the first time. Just a lot of stuff for this this GD World tournament. Like, we have and I'm gonna do extra notifs instead. And then Then we'll find out who's going into which pot. So or who goes into what group. I just put out the ping, which I probably should have done. Now let's go over to wheelofnames.com.
Oh no.
And
That's
the way it goes here, we go by each. So we start with each pot, right? So the first the first team we are going to be going with, right, we'll be deciding who gets group A. So if you get picked here, you're in group A. Yeah, that's how it's gonna go. It'll be 10-second spins, and then yeah, let's go and roll. Who gets this first group A spot? Yes. It literally doesn't matter because we don't know who else is going anywhere yet. But let's see.
Yeah.
United States.
Group A.
The United States lands in Group A once again.
America.
Let me go into the.
Wow, United States.
I just needed to do something quickly. So the United States has a spot in Group A. Oh yeah, it does that.
Oh man.
Entirely.
Oh man.
So the United States in Group A, the United States made it to the semifinals in last year's GD World Tournament. They fell to Chile in 3 games. It was a very close match, decided by a game-winning attempt on Requiem. They, in the first ever GD World Tournament, the United States came in as the number 1 overall seed and failed to get out of their group, getting dead last with 0 points. It was considered an embarrassment for the team, so they restructured. We had their own tournament for the Battle of the States. That kind of helped get a lot of talent together to make sure that the United States wouldn't replicate something like that again. And they didn't. Last year they made the semifinals. They didn't win it, which obviously if you're in the United States, you kind of always tend to win. Like you always want to win these things. So, for a lot of people, you might think like anything short of the victory is unacceptable. But they had a good run, and we can see if this will be the year for the United States. Going into group B, we have Australia, which is literally, I think they were in group B last year as well too, actually.
They were.
Yeah, they were in group B last year, so that is going to be Australia. Australia has an interesting history in this in this competition, where they have always been so good in the group stages, but they have just never won a knockout match before. In 2024, they went out to Romania in the quarterfinals in just like one of the most insane GD World Tournament matches you will ever see. It came down to literally the last attempt, where Romania managed to take them down. At the time, that was a huge upset that nobody saw coming. Later we realized how good Romania actually was, but at the time that was crazy that they did that. The year after, Australia came in wanting to win the tournament. They won the Asia Oceania Cup pretty much with relative ease. They looked dominant in their group stage. They had a near perfect game in one of their matches. And then they go and went against South Korea in the quarterfinals, a team they already beat in the Asia Oceania Cup, and they lost. That ended Australia's run. It was unfortunate for them, but that's how it is. And now they're into this year. They did not win the Asia Oceania Cup. They actually got second, but they were the highest ranked team that didn't win their regional tournament, so they got awarded with a pot 1 spot regardless. These are literally the same groups. So,
Ukraine?
no, cross into
No,
New
no.
Zealand. No,
New
New
Zealand.
Zealand. New Zealand is
Zealand
not.
gets
So we have a
staged.
little bit of a difference because if it would have landed there, it would have been every single team was playing in the same group that they played last year. So New Zealand gets a spot in Group C here. New Zealand,
And that
last year we only had
Ukraine
two.
gets D.
Last year we only had. I'll get to that. Last year we only had 2 automatic qualifying spots from the Asia Oceania region. Because of that, what kind of happened with that scenario is that we kind of figured, yeah, Australia and Korea are just kind of roll over and they're going to get the 2 spots and everyone's just going to fight. And then New Zealand went and got second, knocking Korea, the defending world champions, to the playoff round where they got out of and eventually made the final. That made us realize we probably need 3 auto qualifiers from the Asia Oceania region. So this year we had 3. However, for New Zealand, they managed to accomplish something greater. They won their first ever major GD tournament. They won the Asia Oceania Cup this year, and that got them their pot 1 spot. So good luck to New Zealand in their group. Obviously, there's no one else to pick here.
I wonder.
The
my God, it's Ukraine!
The European champions on forfeit. Maybe slightly controversially, but they definitely looked very good in their tournament. In their first match, they literally scored above the max possible score, which is the only time that's ever happened. Basically, they had timely deaths, right? So
Yes.
Ukraine, they're going into Group D. Last year, it kind of looked like they'd go on a run. They managed to knock Romania, who are the #1 overall seed in the tournament. They knocked them out in the groups. It was them and Chile that took them down. But Ukraine managed to lose by Chile by 1 on low death, kind of one of the more infamous matches from last year's World Tournament. That cost them the group, and that put them against New Zealand instead of what would have been Poland. And New Zealand wound up actually, it was kind of considered a bit of an upset, even though New Zealand was the group winner. I think a lot of people were thinking Ukraine was going to take down New Zealand. They did not. So still no knockout win for Ukraine, but Ukraine does have a GD World Tournament appearance in year 3. Just like they had in year 2. They won the GD Euros. Obviously, so far, it's just 1 year, but there has been a bit of a curse, I guess, because Romania won the Euros and then failed to get out of the groups in the World Tournament. But anyways, that does it for pot 1.
Yay, nothing happened yet. We know nothing.
Now
Okay.
let's head over to pot 2 here. The teams we have set for pot 2 are South Korea, the 2-time GD World Tournament finalists. You have Romania, last year's European champions and this year's European runner-ups. We have Portugal, the highest ranking team that is making their debut in this GD World Tournament. They had never qualified for a GD World Tournament, but they managed to win the Western European Cup, get out of the first round proper of the Euros, and then got a very solid 3rd place finish in the Euros, and that got them their spot. So, Netherlands, kind of they wound up getting second in their group to Australia last year, played USA in the quarterfinals, and narrowly lost to them. There were worlds where they would have beaten them in that game. It was a close game, but US did come out on top. And we'll see if they have it in them next time. So let's go and decide. The first team that's going to get rolled here is going to be the one that's going to be drawn with the United States. Okay, this isn't the group where I have to make that exemption. So yeah, regardless of who it is, this team will be grouped with the US. If it's South Korea, this will be the 3rd year in a row that they are in the same group.
Oh, interesting. Oh, not gonna
And
happen.
it's going to be Portugal. Portugal
Portugal
is with the United States in Group A. Very fascinating. They have a lot of talent up there with Portugal, but the United States, obviously they're the United States, but it's going to be an interesting matchup. There's also a possibility Portugal might have a player that might be playing in this tournament. More to be said later. That didn't play
I
in the
know, by the way.
Euros.
I know, by the way, if they will.
But yeah, so that should make things really interesting.
Ronaldo.
All right, Portugal.
Bro,
Portugal.
about
Yeah,
to
you
be
know, let me
better
do a
than-
little team summary for them. In the first year of the
Yeah.
GD World Tournament, in 2024, we actually invited them to qualify directly. Back when we used to use the Demon List, when they used to use the Demon List rankings to determine them, they actually were able to qualify. However, they couldn't field a team. There was only one interested player, so they couldn't play. In 2025, they managed to build up more of a team. There was a little bit of hype going in there, thinking that they could challenge for the Euros. That all died in the Euro group stage, where they got 21st out of like 26. That was rough. In final qualifiers, they rebounded, got to the second round of final quals, though, managed to do really well in that first round. But, going from near the bottom of the Euros to this year getting third in the Euros, that is where Portugal lands, and now they land up against what, a lot of people might consider the favorites, at least on paper in general, what most people would say. So Portugal and the United States land in the same group. As for who will be playing with Australia, for the record, South Korea is not blocked here because it's second and third. So actually they can get South Korea in their group.
They get the Netherlands.
It is going to be a rematch of last year,
right now?
as Australia and the Netherlands, Australia and the Netherlands already were in Group B last year, where Australia got first and the Netherlands got second. We'll see if anything changes this time, but that's gonna be what the placement is for the Netherlands in Group B. The Netherlands, in the first year of the GD World Tournament, they were Team 17. By that, I mean they were the best team that didn't qualify for the World Tournament. They barely missed out on that. However, last year, they made it. They got fourth in the Euros, got through final qualifiers, and managed to go and make the quarterfinals of the GD World Tournament proper. Again, as I said, narrowly losing to the United States. Do mind you again that the way the groups are set up, the winner of Group A plays the runner-up of Group B, the runner-up of Group A plays the winner of Group B, and then same with C and D, right? So those two groups are kind of tied to each other in a way. Which honestly means that there's a good chance we get USA Netherlands again in the quarterfinals if pots are to be are to go off of. But they are never to go off of. If you watch these events, you never know what can happen. But the Netherlands have always been a really well-structured team. They made a fair few roster changes going into this year. One thing I didn't mention is that they had a terrible Western European Cup. They nearly got outed in the Euros, basically before it even started. But then they got the #1 overall seed in the round after that, which was a crazy rebound. But they managed to pull that off. The Netherlands get put into Group B. Actually, fun fact, I actually already have the group set here because you'll see that it's gonna pull Romania can't play Ukraine. So even though it's selected South Korea here, South Korea is actually going to be going in Group D, and the reason for that is that Ukraine got first in the Euros and Romania got second in the Euros. So it would be kind of like a little unfair to Ukraine, who just won the Euros, to play the team that got second right away in the group stage in their own region, because we want this to be a proper world championship. So even though it says South Korea and I just remove Romania here and put Romania here, this is how it actually looks like. Romania and New Zealand get into into Group C. Romania, the original Cinderella story of the GD World Tournament. They went from the playoffs to the semifinals in that first GD World Tournament. They then won a Euros and got a runner-up in the Euros, but last year failed to get out of the groups. It was really close though. They nearly did get out of the groups in that one. But yeah, that's how those groups are going to turn out. So now we can go on and head to pot 3.
Okay, I think Group C is the group of death already. Uh. Okay, if Chile gets Group C, then that's the group of death.
It'll be fascinating to see what ends up happening from here, and who will get Group A. We'll find out. There is one blocked match in Group A. If this lands on Panama, then Panama gets placed in Group B, not Group A, because Panama and the United States cannot be in the same group because USA got first in America's Cup and Panama got second in America's Cup.
Let's see. Canada.
The United States and Canada, for the second year in a row, will be playing in the same group.
Are you sure you're not using the exact same wheel, the exact?
There's a lot of rematches in this one. Canada kind of they put on they kind of didn't have a lot of interest from a lot of their top players, so they had an interesting experiment this year. They decided, what if we formed a national team based entirely off of extreme grinders and like star grinders and demon grinders? And the experiment so far, I mean, it's gotten them a spot in this tournament, so there is that to be said. I mean, it's not entirely of, but it is mostly of. There are a lot of like the demon grinder type on this team. And that's what Canada decided to go with instead of like trying to convince like all like the highest like raw skill players you could get. Canada in the very first GD World Tournament was one of the best teams in the tournament. They kind of lost in a little bit of controversial fashion to South Korea with a level bug that had never been discovered before the match, ultimately costing Canada against South Korea, with Korea wound up winning the whole tournament after that. It was kind of heartbreaking for them, but there isn't really much that can be done in scenarios like that. So yeah, that's where Canada lands. Canada last year, they made the World Tournament. They played the first week and then they just kind of imploded. They didn't even play the second week. It was weird. But hopefully this year that's not a problem. Going into Group B with Australia and the Netherlands. We'll see. It's between Chile, Panama, and Czechoslovakia.
Did they jinx it? Will they get the group of death?
They're going to get the GD World Champions, Chile. The defending champions who won the 2025 edition over South Korea will be placed in Group B with Australia and the Netherlands, which already kind of confirms this is probably going to be the hardest group in the tournament.
I hate everything.
The world champions have had their group set. Wow, okay. Chile, obviously, there isn't much more to say. They won the world championship, but I'll go ahead. In the first year of the GD World Tournament, Chile wound up actually landing up in the group of death of their own. They actually got Australia and France in their group, and they wound up finishing third, but it was a pretty distant third because they kind of hadn't really developed as a team yet. They were good, but they weren't like at the ultra high level. But then they figured it out all together, and we all know the story. You know, they won the America's Cup, but then it had it stripped from them. Then they came through final qualifiers, then proceeded to win the entire tournament. Wild run that Chile went on, and we'll see if they can do that. If they could do that again this year, if they can go back to back for the World Championship. There is Chile landing in Group B.
Nope, Panama and Czechoslovakia.
Going into
If
Group
Czechoslovakia
C.
lands in Group C. No, wait, you. No, no,
Yes, they
never
can.
mind,
They can.
okay.
That can
Yeah,
happen.
yeah, they can. If they get.
This is where
oh,
Panama's gonna go. So Panama, kind of the shocking story of the year. They managed to finish second in the America's Cup over teams such as Canada, Mexico, Brazil, Argentina, Venezuela, Peru. Like, they beat all of them. They managed to beat all of those teams in the America's Cup. The only team that finished above them was the United States, and Panama is going to end up in Group C. You kind of have, funnily enough, this is kind of like the group of like all like kind of small countries, you know. Like none of these countries have a lot of GD players. New Zealand, not as much. Like Romania, not a lot, right? Panama, not a lot, right? So, you kind of put it that way, and you can see maybe this is actually the group of death. These groups are tough, honestly, because
no, bro.
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the next group, like Group D.
Because, yeah, Group D is gonna be
thinking
very
about
hard.
this, right? Like Czechoslovakia, you guys just saw them. They just won the final qualifiers. They're the best team that didn't directly qualify for the GD World Tournament. They won the Eastern European Cup as well. Which actually meant that in that round they finished above Ukraine and Romania. So they are capable of beating those teams as well. But Czechoslovakia making their first appearance in the GD World Tournament. Last year there were two teams, Czechia and Slovakia. They both had a really solid Euro run, but they just ran out of steam. They didn't have the players. So they merged because Czechoslovakia used to be a country. So it's close enough for us. Country for a while until like the 70s or something, maybe before that.
1991, I think, or maybe.
No way, it was before that, I thought, right?
No.
Really?
It was around that time. Yep.
Interesting. 1990s, so yeah, not that long that they've been split into two different countries. So there's your pot 1, 2, and 3 teams. Now you're gonna wonder where the pot 4 teams are gonna go, and we have some interesting teams to pull from here. We said all Europeans, so there is one group that's guaranteed to have 3 European teams, which I actually looking at this, so it'd be D, right? Because
Group D, yes.
Yeah, so that's gonna be the one. So now let's go and put our pot 4 teams in the mix. All right, joining the United States, Portugal, and Canada will be Yugoslavia enters in the same group as the United States, Portugal, and Canada. It could be a workable group. We'll see. I don't think there'll be a total pushover in this tournament. I don't expect them to be. We'll see. I mean, you saw how they played. But the opposition won't be easy. You have you have 2 Americas teams in your group, which, considering how Americas have done lately, that might be a blessing to have 0. You have 0 Asia Oceania teams in this group, and historically that's been the best region.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I just really wanted to play with like Portugal, and like I also think Canada and US are like maybe a bit better to get from their pots. So I'm really happy with this personally.
All right, well, that's where Yugoslavia is going to go. Now we'll see. Joining Australia, the Netherlands. Yep. Oh yeah.
You're gonna give
well, there isn't that much history because the team used to be a bunch of different teams, right? So we had a Serbia team, we had a Bosnia Herzegovina Croatia team, and actually it might have just been those 2.
We had
Serbia and Montenegro as well. So the 2 teams as their own finished last and second to last in the in the Eastern European Cup. Granted, it was a hard tournament. As I said, they're sending 5 teams to this tournament for a reason, you know. But they both finished bottom. It was kind of rough because you know, they even managed to lose to Greece, both of them, which was a little unexpected. But considering like where they are ranked. But they then formed and got first place in open quals and third place in final quals. So they're now making their first ever appearance in the GD World Tournament. They qualified for the 2026 edition. Congratulations to Yugoslavia.
Let's go, Ron. Wait, who gets this second one?
Going into Group B, we have the Baltics.
Oh, the Baltics, man. Oh man.
I think this has a chance to be one of the more balanced groups, because here's the thing with Baltics. You have one guy that is maybe the best player in the whole tournament, right? Breakcore has been unreal in all of these competitions for those who have watched. And in a group stage with this few teams, I mean, if you could pull a win on one of the levels, you kind of never know what could happen, right? Like, that's always a possibility. So the Baltics are going to go into Group B. So we just have one more selection left. The Baltics, last year, they were just Estonia, and there was a Lithuania team, but they didn't do too much. They just got knocked out in Euros and then dropped out of final quals. The Estonia team actually managed to make round 3 of final quals, but their roster only had 3 players, and one of the players like really didn't want to play anymore. So once that happened, that basically killed the team. So they couldn't qualify last year. But Estonia, even when they were just Estonia, they were a really solid team. As Baltics, they have managed to make their first tournament appearance from a region that hasn't been covered yet. So they're currently one of only 2 teams from Northern Europe to qualify. But with this, we just have Great Britain and Bulgaria left to be picked. And as is tradition, when I do my wheel spins, the last wheel spin must last a minute.
Oh man. I did not know
The
about this.
anticipation.
Yeah, that's a
no.
tradition whenever I do these.
I mean, you can do that for all of the pods, unless you know what's gonna happen. Oh, this is scary. Okay, I hope Bulgaria gets Group C, because I think it'd be much easier there.
Oh no, it's gonna slide to Great Britain.
I don't think it's gonna happen though. Yeah.
Slowing down.
Yeah,
it's still going. It's
but
on
it's still
ice.
going. It does take a while to actually stop.
I mean, it's exponentially.
I think it is on the Great Britain.
Yeah, I know. I think
It's
it's gonna be Great Britain going to Group C.
It's still going. Very slowly. There you go.
And with that, this one I won't do it. Obviously, I won't do it in a minute, but you already know. The final team to be drawn will be Bulgaria.
Wait, can you make this one in 1 minute as well?
No, not making it 1 minute. Bulgaria will be going into Group D. And with that, these are our groups. In Group A, we have the United States, Portugal, Canada, and Yugoslavia. In Group B, we have Australia, Netherlands, World Champions Chile, and Baltics. In Group C, we have New Zealand, Romania, Panama, and Great Britain. In Group D, we have Ukraine, South Korea, Czechoslovakia, and Bulgaria. As for the Bulgaria and Great Britain summaries, I'll do them right now. Great Britain, they started off as just Great Britain in the past. They qualified for the first ever World Tournament, got last in their group. But then the Scottish players, they kind of had a little movement between them that they all wanted to form their own Scotland team. So they did that. But then everybody in Scotland kind of stopped losing interest, except for like a couple people. And it was kind of made as like a decision to unite the teams together. So that's what's happening now. So Great Britain is making an appearance in the GD World Tournament. They were the last team in, but they did make it. As for Bulgaria, this one's the most shocking qualification of all of them. Like maybe besides like Yugoslavia. Like I'm still kind of in shock they managed to qualify. Like to put it this way, they did qualify for a couple of Euro group stages before, but in basically all of them, they would easily get dead last. And I think in like the last edition, like they qualified and then they got like pretty close to the bottom. And usually they do well on like the first, like the Sapphire rounds, and not so well in the Jade rounds. So this was a bit of a shock for Bulgaria to manage to qualify out of. Although wait, I have to swap them.
Oh. Do you? Why?
Because that's three Easts.
Oh yeah, that's right. You said that. That can't happen. You can't have like if you have three or four from the same continent, you can't have them be from the same like subdivision of the region.
So that actually moves Bulgaria into Group C. So let me explain this. Bulgaria, Ukraine, and Czechoslovakia are all Eastern European teams, meaning that they already played each other in the Eastern European Cup. So having three of them in the same World Tournament group would be a little redundant. So we are not doing that. But anyways, that is going to be it for the draws. But now, for everybody in the audience, whoever's still here, who wants to join, who wants to be invited to the stage.
Who's gonna raise their hands? A lot of people. I think James did it first. Извини, brate Matej.
Hello, James. You were the first person to join as our guest speaker, and yeah, you'll be placed in Group D. So, what are you thinking?
Dude, why? I want a Group C. Everyone in England wanted Group C. We all want a Group C.
Yeah.
And you edged us. You actually edged us. You give me blue balls. Fuck you, Patrick.
What?
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. Hello.
Not yet. Nahi.
He's
in a
wow.
little bit. So, dude,
I mean, like,
your Czechoslovakia team managed to make it here. And what are you thinking about your group D with Great Britain, South Korea, and?
Well, I don't mind it. I will probably prefer, or we would prefer Group C. But I see all like these Great Britain players being so mad they got into Group D. But like, we would rather have Bulgaria in Group D instead of Great Britain, because we feel like Great Britain is better than Bulgaria, or whatever you pronounce it.
Bulgaria.
So like,
well, Bulgaria did outscore Great Britain in this round.
Yeah, they did, but I still feel like we will sweep them better.
We'll see. Well, let's have to find out. Hello, Shub.
Hello.
Not wait. I was gonna do Shub first, but I guess they didn't. So what are we thinking about the the Netherlands here for the?
I'm gonna cry.
That's about as brutal of a group as you could have drawn. Like that's like probably worst case scenario for you guys.
Group of death.
Because the one group you got for pot 4 is the one that has like the best player. For pot 3 you got the world champions, and for pot 1 you have the team that beat you last year. Like.
We were hoping so hard that Panama was going to get for either Group A or B, and when it went to Chile,
Oh well.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess that's any thoughts from you, Irie, because you're also Dutch, so I think this is your time to speak.
Well,
So I was like constantly um hoping to roll either Canada or Panama because I think those would be our best shots um at beating. Um and like even beforehand, I was like, okay, if we get into the group with Ukraine, we have a higher shot of rolling Panama or Canada because then we wouldn't have to deal because then the odds are lower for Czechoslovakia, right? Because we
Yes,
can't have
yes.
too many
'Cause you can't have
European.
too many.
So I was going through all of it beforehand, and I was like chatting with the team, and I was DMing Red Murder and Luna Spark,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, then a Chile got rolled, right?
when you were rolling the pot 3 for Group A, you said like, oh, if we roll Panama here, we put them on Group B. So I was like, oh, our odds just went up.
Right,
and
right.
then they
'cause
got
that is
Canada,
true. And then they got Canada instead of
which is the worst thing ever because then that means we didn't just get Panama, and also we can't roll
you can't
Canada
get Canada because
anymore.
they already got Canada. Because they already got Canada. Yeah.
And then we got Chile.
And you got the world champion.
And it's so stupid too because Chile did bad because their main team just like left, and then the replacement team did so bad that like the main team got back.
Yeah, that's what happened.
And
That's
now
what
they
happened.
have
The
a
main
bad
team was like,
pulse because they.
I mean, to be
and
fair,
now
they did
we get-
something kind of similar last year for a completely different reason, but they were also pot
Yeah.
3 last year.
And
kinda
we
screwed
also
Romania
get back
over.
into the group with Australia when we lost to them last year. To be fair, we did beat them on 2 of the levels, so it's still realistic that we can beat Australia or Chile. And if we beat either of those, I'm just assuming that we beat the Baltics. No shade to the Baltics, but I'm just
Hey, man, Breakcore
assuming
could take one from you. Like,
that's true. But
if they run Breakcore, if they run Breakcore Sudi double, like that could.
I
be,
am like hoping that I get matched up with Breakcore because we fought each other on Novasphere last year, and then again this year on Remove Submission, and he just barely took the MVP from me this year.
Hey, man, at least it
and
wasn't the
then-
bloodbath situation.
Yeah, literally the same as Bloodbath.
Well, that one was worse because they literally died and won because of it.
Yeah, they died. That one I should have just had. And also, I removed submission. I didn't have click on steps, click between steps. I don't remember which one I used. Turned on. So I got robbed from MVP.
Won,
I hope I get matched up with Breakcore because I want that run back. So that's like the only exciting thing about this. The rest is all just the worst rolls ever. But I do think we do have a shot, and we will do our best.
Yep.
It would be nice to at least get out of the group stage. It would be super hype to beat Australia or Chile.
You know, potentially, if you get a chance, I mean,
both.
there's a good chance if you get out of the group, like that, you might get a US rematch as well in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I do think that we can beat any team. Like, it's not likely, but we can beat any team. So I do think we have a good. We have a realistic shot at getting out of the group stage.
All right. Well,
and we'll see how it goes.
All right. Well, the next ones are up. I'm gonna do a Yugoslavia, like adding people from there now. So let's go and bring in their team because they have a lot of people. They have a lot of people here. So hello, hello everybody. How's it going here? Yugoslavia. What are you thinking about your group? You excited for it?
Yo.
It's so big.
It is incredible that we actually pulled this off. I mean,
and you qualified
really
too.
happy
That's
y'all
the
did it,
thing
bro.
too.
It is really astonishing to me.
I did underperform, so if I play like again, I really hope I do way better. Like, My best session was like 80% of max, and I really did underperform my shit. So I do hope if I get a round back, I'ma do better, bro. But we are here, so I'm really happy about that. And congrats, like, to everybody that played in
But
our
yeah, your
team. You all
matchups.
outdid yourselves.
Got United States,
Yeah.
Portugal, and Canada.
Be honest, I'm
Okay, I
just
want to
happy.
say something about that.
Fine.
I think like when we finished
You're
all
gonna
of the
say
like
I am
the
from
pot 3
Bosnia.
I'm from Bosnia. Take me to
Onaki,
America.
losing my
say.
losing my soundboard. Losing my soundboard, Onaki.
No, don't do that.
No,
Don't do that.
no, what were you
Don't
gonna
do
say
that.
though? What were you gonna say about it? I just wanted. I just
Also,
wanted.
like, I wanted to say, when we finished like the pot 3 teams, I was like, Group A is definitely the best one in my opinion, because US I think is like the best one to get from pot 1, and Canada is like the second best. Like Panama is probably the best one to get, and for pot 2, it like I don't really see the difference. All of them are, maybe Korea is the worst to get, but I really wanted to be with Portugal because I'm good friends with a lot of the Portuguese players. I was rooting for them like when in Euros, and I met a
Yeah,
lot of
because I
the
guess now there's
Portuguese
like a
people.
greater chance that one of you can make the knockouts, right? Like if it's either like you or them, right?
I think Portugal might do better than the US, honestly, because I think it's just gonna be the two of them, and Canada and us are gonna try to make an upset. I think that's how I see it. But I'm just so sad that I'm really sad because I won't be able to play. I'll be on vacation. I'll manage the team, but I'm so sad I won't be
If you
able
get
to
out,
play
would you be able to
against like
play?
what?
If you get out of the groups, would you be able to play?
I think so. I'm pretty sure I would, but I'm still like, I that's not that likely, in all honesty, and I'm sad I probably won't get to play with. Even if we make it, like I won't get to play with like Lunar Spark, Red Murder, and
Yeah.
Karma.
Unless you both make the final.
Us two.
What?
Unless you both make the final.
Yeah, but no way.
But yeah, anyways, thank you all.
I said
I'm
we
gonna
have
move
to play
on to the
together.
next team to give a little bit of
Good luck to
opportunity.
everybody.
Before we like go, please.
Wait, what did he? Wait, I think Ixer wanted to say something. No.
All right,
Wait,
the
you wanna
next
do
people
something? Hold on.
the next people I'm gonna bring up are the two US players
Okay,
in
okay.
here. So I got Magmeta and Genesis here. So hello, how's it going? What are you you all excited for the GD World Tournament in a couple weeks?
Genesis, you can go first.
Okay, well, okay, well, I guess like the thing that I was saying, I was DMing her when pots are being drawn, and we were both just begging. We were like, "Please no South Korea, please no South Korea, please no South Korea."
South Korea, yeah.
But I've heard a lot of teams say that like the U.S. is the best to draw from pot 1. I don't know about that, man. We got some hands.
I think the main reason why they think that is because most of the other teams in America's Cup like did not perform well, and then today we also had all 5 European teams advancing, so it's like they kind of think you've like played nobody basically.
Yeah, I guess. But, like we got something to play for because we gotta like bring one home for the Caribbean team, you know.
We gotta bring justice to Dan Raja and Cold Spaghetti here.
We gotta let Cold Spaghetti have his win, bro.
Any other
yeah.
thoughts on the you know, what are you thinking about, like, you know, when you're on the United States team, right, you always kind of come with like that additional like expectation, right, that you always have on being on that specific country's team, right? Like, how do you all tend to handle that kind of pressure? Do you think about it at all, or not really?
I don't handle that pressure. I just play.
You just play.
I'm stressed always.
I don't really get that much pressure. I mean, I get nervous in the match, but not because of like,
Yeah.
oh,
We
like
have to
I'm
win
playing
or
for the
something,
US. I
yeah.
have to like represent. I just get nervous because I'm playing alongside so many people who are so incredibly talented at this game, regardless of
regardless
what
of
countries
what
they're from
countries
or
they're-
where they
yeah.
represent.
I mean, as we were saying
it's
before,
just-
Portugal might have a special call up.
Yeah.
Which, That does happen.
It's fine. What's the worst that could happen?
But you know, Canada, you guys also you did handle an America's Cup, so that's a rematch. If you could get the, you know, you're able to
Yeah.
just like if you could beat them again.
Mhm.
They did get a new team pickup though. I think they added Gubri, who beat you guys in the clan tournament. So
Yeah,
you'll
I
have
mean,
potential
we
for
do
revenge on
have
them.
Wait,
we
were
do
they
have
on
some people that we can add, but
We'll just
we'll
have
get
to
there when we
see.
get
Yeah.
there.
All right.
We're
Well, thank you
strategizing.
all. I think next I'm going to bring up Bulgaria because they have a lot of people in this VC right now. So I'm going to do them.
Goodbye.
Uni, Void Pro. Is Miaura's also Bulgaria? Yes. Yeah.
Oh, Lloyd is still here. I didn't notice. Wait, bring Lloyd up. And all the Bulgarian. Yes, Miaura too.
Yeah, I already invited them. They just have to join.
I think Miaura won't be able to talk.
Okay.
Yeah, he said
Well,
he's still going home, so.
all right. Well, hello everybody from Bulgaria. You guys were kind of like the bit of maybe like a little bit of like a surprise story, considering that like you barely made the last 16 of the Euros, but then also made the GD World Tournament.
Well, it happens.
Which is very awesome. You guys knocked out Russia as well too, and along the way, which was like kind of a interesting outcome
To be
for a
honest,
lot of us.
this has been my like first ever GD World Tournament thing, like in general. So I'm just really grateful to be invited. So
Well, yeah, well, you guys made it to the big event, and you're one of the smallest countries to ever do so.
really,
There's a couple smaller ones, but like not a lot of them.
Yeah, I'm so happy we did it. To be honest, I didn't really expect it, but yeah, it actually happened.
Because I mean, like last year, you all had to go through 3 rounds, and your team like didn't even get close in round 1 to getting to the second round. So like now doing qualifying the long way, which you became one of 2 teams in GD World Tournament history that has accomplished qualifying the long way, meaning like having to go through opens and then finals. It's you and Yugoslavia are the only 2 teams that have accomplished that feat. Last year, nobody did it.
Wait, what did you say?
So
listening.
Yugoslavia and Bulgaria are the
what?
only 2 teams that have qualified the long way instead of like the short way.
But these other teams did it like before in the short way, right?
Yeah, as in like
Or did they understand?
Last year nobody did it.
Yeah,
Long. Nobody. There were a couple that went from round 2, but nobody went from round 1 to like the World Tournament last year, because that was last year. There were 3 rounds.
No, but Baltics were in open calls too.
Oh, you're right. Baltics also did. I keep forgetting because
Yeah,
they like did super well in like both of them. There are 3 teams have gone the long way.
I mean, we also did very well. We got first in open calls, but
that is true too.
I mean, I want to say I think Bulgaria is the most impressive because at least Baltics and Yugoslavia benefited from becoming like a union of multiple countries, but Bulgaria just got better over time, and they were able to keep up with like because if we still had like the Serbian Montenegro team and like the Bosnian and Croatia team separated, like we did in East Euros, I don't think we would have gone anywhere, honestly. Like nowhere close.
Well, yeah, you're now.
I just have one question.
Yeah?
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say I just have one question. You know, so I'm aware that in 2 weeks the first rounds are gonna begin with the levels, but to ask, is the whole thing like, let's say we somehow make it further and further, hopefully, will that process be over like summer, so July
Like
and
ends
August,
in
or
like it's like August 15th is the final, I think, something like that.
okay, okay.
Nice.
So yeah.
All right, that's fine.
Well, congrats to all of you. Or see if there's anybody else who still wants to who wants to go. I haven't a lot of people. How many more people rate? I think this might actually be it. So,
well, just
anyways,
okay.
it's fun to be able to talk to a lot of you. I don't see any raised hands, so I think we're just gonna wrap up the stream. Thank you all for showing up. You know, I'm gonna have to get all the channels ready, all the ranking stuff ready. I have a lot of work to do over the rest of the day today, so work on that now. So yeah, thank you all for watching.